Women are having a guilt epidemic, according to research published in journal Personalities and then blah, blah, blah. Women experience significantly higher amounts of shame and guilt than men. For women, both emotions are linked to self-criticism, whereas perfectionist tendencies came into play with men. We're hardwired to feel sorry or to be shamed. I kind of feel like that.
We put a lot on our plates.
We
I
do.
tell Nathan all the time that, and I, not to undermine the,
Oh, cheers. Welcome, guys.
Hi, good morning. So we're going to be talking about mom guilt, a little bit of balance in our lives, running our businesses, running our home life. Yeah, so what I was going to say was not to undermine like Nathan, what he does, because he does, everything.
Yeah.
He does a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But when we get into arguments, I say, I have a to-do list with 1,000 things.
So I'm going to circle back on to-do list. So go ahead.
Yeah. I feel like I have 1,000 things on my to-do list, and you have like 8.
So there.
Is that
So
wrong?
I want you to remember this, and anybody watching. Somebody told me years ago that take your to-do list, right, and look at it, and would you give it to somebody else, like an employee?
No. No.
Right. Would you give your to-do list what you expect of yourself? Because that's part of I think that's part of a
Taking
trait.
yeah, and it's an ownership thing.
And it's a trait that women and moms do that's not necessarily healthy, is our expectations for ourselves are so high, and then by the end of the day, if you don't meet those expectations, it becomes this guilt, right?
Yeah.
Because you're like, okay, what did I do today? What did I get done? Blah, blah, blah. So take your to-do list today, if you have it, or this week, and would you give it to somebody? I wouldn't.
No.
Right? I know. You should see my list and everything that I have that's going on, and I'm going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, mom guilt's a real deal. It's a real thing. And so finding that balance, we talked about in our last episode, finding what it is to balance work, mom, wife, PTA.
Thankfully, I don't do that.
I
I
don't
don't
either.
put that on my plate.
I'm not a PTA mom.
Sorry.
Bless your guys' hearts.
Yeah, so if you do, you have that on your plate.
We love you.
I praise the women who do that.
Do.
But
Yeah, I know.
They make the time out of their day to go to PTA, and actually, like, if that's something that I could do, I would, but it's not my niche. I'd rather be doing other things.
Yes, I wish it was colder outside.
You talked about that sweater.
I'm wearing the sweater.
It's a little warm in here.
Yeah, so having that shame and guilt, do you have it? Do you struggle with it? And what are ways that you can get through that guilt and get over it? Because it would be a much healthier mentally, it'd be much healthier for you mentally if you could just be happy about your accomplishments every single day.
More take it as an accomplishment rather than be guilty that you couldn't give something, 100%.
Yes.
So
you, before we started the camera, she talked about eggs.
I always say it.
And
You
it was awesome.
cannot put you have to put all of your eggs in one basket to give something 100%. So if you were to think between being a mom and being a business owner or anything else in your life that you're doing, if you had 100 eggs, if you split it up 50-50 between kids and your business, you're giving it 50-50.
Right.
If you put 100 eggs in your business basket, your kids will suffer.
Right. And that's where it comes.
That's where it comes from.
Yeah.
Because you want to give your business 100% because that's what you feel like is going to help.
With your purpose.
Purpose, and yeah, purpose is one thing. Yeah, that's another topic, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a big one.
but where was I going to go with this?
Eggs.
The eggs. But no, so purpose, actually, that's a really good call on that, because you want to feel like you're putting in for the family, you're helping, contributing, that's the right word. But so then, if you were to put if you felt guilty about not giving any of those eggs to your kids, then you go put all the eggs in the kids' basket, then your business suffers.
I know. So how do you balance it?
The to-do list.
Yeah, so I do that too. And you know, for you, you're a one-man show at Self-Made.
Yeah.
So I feel for you. Miguel and I are running it together, so we have a team.
Yeah.
And of course we have our...
You guys are on like a whole nother scale though too.
So, I mean, I try to balance it, like you said, like a to-do list is good.
Checking it off.
Check off your to-do list. And then also too, here's the thing about this. I think it's more, okay, so I feel that it's more my issue in my head, mom guilt sometimes, because it's good for our kids to see what we do on a day-to-day basis. So if our kids see us hard at work, it's okay. I think we talked about this too. So sometimes I feel, okay, they can't come to the office, they can't see me doing this, you know, oh, it's too late, or, you know, I didn't have my dinner planned at 6 p.m. and it's not perfect and blah, 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 because I had to go to work and I had a meeting and I want to be at the franchise meeting and I want to be everywhere at one time. But here's the deal. It's also good to embed those type of ethics into your kids.
Yes.
So if you're struggling with that mom guilt because you're at work or you own a business or whatever the case may be, and
I think you need to transition your mindset
yes.
into you have little eyes watching.
And it's good.
Yes.
I mean, not every day do you want to drag your kids into work and have them sitting there doing their homework and eating their Lunchable or whatever you have planned for them from Starbucks.
McDonald's in a basket.
So not every day, but guess what? They're watching you, and that is good for them to see. Like, hey, you know, my mom's awesome. She does everything, and she's still good at caring for us. Because at the end of the day, you take them home, you tuck them in, bath. You know, you're still showing up.
Yes.
So I think that's an important thing too. Is for us. Not only to have that balance, but sometimes it's not going to be perfect, and it's okay.
Yeah.
So we have to be okay with it.
Yeah, yeah. So, I think we're teaching our children really good, like you said, ethics as far as growth, their own growth. Ashlyn, she told me the other day she wants her new little venture. She wants to open her own bakery when she's older, and so
she's watching you.
Yeah, and so when she told me that, I really thought I said to myself, she doesn't want to work at a bakery. Mom, when I grow up, I want to work at a bakery. No, she said, I want to own my own bakery. And right now, like, she's been asking about college, the kind of college classes that she has to take, business. And I told her, I was like, well, I can teach business, you know? Yeah. And so she's 12 now. So say by the time she's 18, 19 years old, within the next 6-7 years, that's a good amount of time where she's at an age, she's being observant, and I can teach her a lot of things.
A lot. So I think sometimes, like you said, you have to change your mindset and just roll with it and just take a deep breath sometimes.
Yeah.
We're harder on ourselves than we need to be.
Yeah.
Overall.
Yeah.
In general.
I feel guilty that I can't be here on sometimes, Monday and Tuesday nights for them. Like you said, the whole dinner thing.
Yeah.
I used to cook dinner 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days a week,
Yeah.
And now it's, DiGiorno pizzas, frozen pizzas sometimes.
Or
I know.
Prepped meals.
Cameron actually likes prepped meals. The prepped meals that we get, he likes that. But yeah, so it's a battle, but I feel like as busy as we are, we're guilty about it, but in the end, I think the battle's going to be won when our children are grown up and prepared.
And rad. Totally.
Yeah.
So tips for you guys today to kind of reflect on our conversation would be to maybe change your mindset. And that is huge, I think, for all female entrepreneurs.
Yes.
And I talked about this at when I spoke recently, is if you can flip the switch in your mind, a lot easier said than done because we're so emotional as far as, creatures of women. So if we can change our mindset and understand that we are being a good example to our kids, even when we're not perfect because they're watching, and that's embedding really good work ethics, I think that mom guilt will dissipate a little bit.
Because you're going to know that you're, at the end of the day, you did a good job.
Totally.
I feel like there's, worse things that we could do.
Absolutely. Yeah. So if you're not living to the Pinterest mom expectations, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Make yourself a good to-do list and check them off. Check them off daily. I have 1,000 index cards in my junk drawer over there.
Yeah.
And I just pull them out, and if it's even 2 things that I need to do that day, I write it down. Whether it has to do with kids or business, I write it down.
Yeah.
And I go through and I just check it off.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nice and easy.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, good. So someone had asked me about sacrifices. I had a conversation about sacrifice with a female on my Instagram
Okay.
last week, and I think that would be a good topic, sacrifice.
Yeah, we made a lot of those.
Yeah. So, you know, out of even like the, you know, mom, we're gonna always probably gonna bring motherhood into it.
Yeah.
But other sacrifices that we've had to make in order to build our business, to build our brand, to build ourselves.
That's gonna get deep.
Let's get personal.
Let's get personal. I'm ready. Cool. Well, thanks
All right.
thanks for watching.
Hi.
Bye.
That was good.
That was under 10.